Apostle Michael Orokpo have said it again. Please hear this.
Go to the internet. All the naked ladies are Christians. You see Martha. Martha is coming like a prostitute. But you will never see Amina. All of you go to Harvard. How did your own education in Harvard translate to nakedness? And Amina also went to Harvard. But there was something binding her. And she could not change. Both of you read chemistry. Both of you read medicine. Both of you read cyber security. How did your own cyber security translate to nakedness? Because we don't understand kingdom. These guys will pay money to buy positions in Western civilization so that they can bring Islam there. At first we heard that the mayor of London was a Muslim. Now there are over 6 mayors in London, in England, who are Muslims. And they are invading territories. When they come into any city, they buy a whole territory. The rich people gather together, buy it. Even in the rural places, you come, you hear his house quarters. Go there and see what will happen. They will dominate everywhere. If you touch the air, you will feel Islam. Before the day breaks, 5 o'clock, there are speakers everywhere, on every street. They are shouting, you must come under this government. They understand colonization, we don't. That's why although Islam began 600 years after Christian, but they are spreading like wildfire. I'm not saying God is not doing anything, but I'm saying our consciousness of systemic takeover is low. So when a Christian goes to a bank, his glory is that I've gotten a new job, breakthrough has come. He shares his testimony in church and he thinks it's over. Users of God. But when a Muslim goes to the bank, the first question he's asking, the first agitation is that, where can we start praying here? And he will tell you, if it's 12 o'clock, we must pray. So if you don't give him a prayer place, he will put his mat in his office and start praying there. Because he's telling you that what he believes is superior to this job. And he will fight until you create a position, a place of prayer. And no matter how rich that bank is, you know that you can't stop him by 12 o'clock on Friday. He will rather give up that job. And when he gives it up, he will tell you, go to hell. What did they know? What were they taught? But a Christian, even if you organize prayer, they will come and say, stop this religion here. Stop this religion. Is this a place of prayer? Is this is bank? If you want to pray, go to church. And they think they are learned. I'm not talking about the religiosity of not being excellent at your job and just doing religion. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm talking about a people that have a heart to take over systems. There are many campuses in Nigeria today. Riots break out because they refuse to give them a land to build mosque. And if these guys are driving, when it's 12 on Friday, they will park trailer in the middle of the sun, kneel down there and they are praying. Call a Christian for prayer meeting. If you don't put AC there, he won't pray. And even that prayer, if it becomes long, he will go away. Do you know the pride of a Muslim man? For his forehead to be black. You know what that means? He has not that hair on the ground until he gives you an idea of the hours he has invested on the altar of prayer. So when their forehead, his head is black, they are proud about it. They want to rub off their religion on your faith. And I'm not saying advanced religion. I'm saying become conscious that there is a government that is breaking into the earth and you are the agent of that government. This is the priority of God. And so when God visits the bank, he's asking these Christians that are here, what are they doing? And we don't know the heartbeat of the Father. We don't know the burdens of the Father. We are secular people. We think we are social people. And we don't carry the weight of the kingdom. And the worst part now is that we have done it so much in the world, we are bringing it into church. Today, church is like club. Every rainy step from the gutters of the club is what they are dancing on the altar. So even when they come to church, that 2 hours of reverence, they can't keep themselves. The thing has eaten them so much. And you see very carnal people who know nothing about God trying to invent the operation of a strange spirit into church. A generation must rise. A generation that has the body to see that everywhere that man has business, Jesus will reign. That's the generation God is raising. This is not about building church auditoriums necessarily. This is about raising the people that have the stature and the rank to bring Jesus to a territory and insist that Jesus must be worshipped. And because of their presence, it will happen.
I believe you have heard what he says. If my love for him before is 70 or 75%, it has increased. That is what we need to tell the Christians lady how they dressed. They claim to be priests, they claim to be king and queens, but they dress half naked. Have you ever seen that the king dress half naked or a queen dress half naked? The boys, the men are not left behind. Ladies now walk naked on the streets. Ask them what is their name. About 75% ladies on the street walking naked, they are Christians. Bearing Christians' name. Wonderful names. Like Christiana, Ruth, Deborah, Angel, and the rest. You wonder who gave birth to those children, whether they fall out from someone else, somewhere else without parents, or they were raised without parents. And some of them has parents at home watching their daughter dressed in half naked and even hailing her because maybe she's the one bringing money to the house. She's the breadwinner of the house. I met a girl one time on a social media, which I know very well, and I addressed her. I said, there are better things you can do than exposing yourself to the social media. Almost half naked, showing her private parts. And she began to insult me. This is a person, I know her father, I know her mother, I know her siblings, I know their house, I know the work the father does, I know the business the mother does. Why is it that it is Christian girls who almost dress half naked? You cannot see that in Muslims. They don't try it. And our fathers that are supposed to preach sound message and hard truths to them to hear those days, they refuse to do that because they are looking for members. They will tell you that God looketh into the heart, not what you wear. Those preachers those days, they fail because they were looking for members and not telling them the truth. Go to clubs. 95% is Christians. Christians ladies. Half naked. Some people are completely naked dancing in the club. Ask them what's their name. You hear Angel, Deborah, Sarah. Wonderful names. The men are not left behind. Where you see men walking on the street, putting on their trousers on their laps with their dirty boxers. The ladies need to hear it. Just as Apostle Michael Orokpo said it. You and Halima went to universities, read medical science, but why that your own has turned to nakedness? Both of you read architecture, but your own has turned to nakedness. Both of you read drama, but your own has turned to nakedness. When they talk to you, you say, it's my life. We are in the social world. We are in the civilized world. That is why you gamble your destiny into a civilized world. Later you'll be running for help. Disturbing men of God to pray for you. When we are telling you the truth, you will not hear it. That time you will know who the real man of God is and the fake man of God is. And most of these ladies you see walking in the street, some are mothers. They have parents. Their parents are scared to talk to them because they are the breadwinner of the family. If they say anything, they will stop giving their parents something. You must say the truth, and the truth that you know shall set you free. How can I see my child, my daughter, and I'm afraid to address her when she's doing the wrong thing? That is ridiculous. We need to preach sound message so that our ladies, our girls, our boys can be delivered from destruction. We can't continue watching Martha, Esther, Deborah, Angel, Christabel dressing naked, walking on the street, and we keep quiet. We need to start addressing this issue so that the next generation can be saved. If a mother will be dressing half naked like this and be walking on the street, what will be left to the next generation? Just think about it yourself. If you are walking with pint and bra on the street holding your daughter, what will be left to the next generation? If God will not judge this generation, he has to apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah. Because some men of God has preached that once saved is forever saved. Once you have received Christ, then you are saved. Which is a wrong doctrine, wrong teaching. You cannot be a king and queen of the kingdom and dress half naked. The Bible talks about moderation in the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 5. It talks about moderation. Don't he wear an attire of an harlot walking on the street and they ask you, I'm Esther, I'm Queen, I'm Faith, I'm Deborah, I'm Ruth. But there is nothing about Ruth, about Christiana concerning your life. There is nothing about Christ in you. You are not a good representative of Christ. I know you will not like me. You will not share it, but you need to hear the truth. The truth has to be told.